Just short of 15 million people in the United States alone vape, juul, or use e-cigarettes in the short 12 years that vaping has been introduced into our society. My name is Haiden Hall, and today I will be discussing the little known and often overlooked but serious health risks of vaping. As a college student, I firsthand have witnessed hundreds and hundreds of my peers constantly vaping, whether they are sitting at home, studying in the library, eating at a restaurant, walking to class, or going out with friends. Vaping has been marketed as a safe alternative to cigarette smoking, however, that is not the case. It is up to the consumer to be sure that one is fully aware of the health risks they are making by using vaping devices. Vaping, in spite of being marketed as a healthy alternative to cigarettes, is in fact harmful to users, and due to misinformation and the unknowledgeable public, this is being overlooked. In this speech, I will talk through what vaping is, highlight the health risks of vaping, and juxtapose vaping and cigarette use. Vaping is the act of inhaling a liquid vapor, usually containing nicotine, through a heated electronic device. The term vaping includes the use of vape pens, advanced vaporizers, electronic cigarettes, and juuls. While Herbert Gilbert invented the first non-marketed, non-nicotine electronic cigarette in 1963, vaping devices did not begin to become popular in the United States until around 2007. The historical timeline of electronic cigarettes, 2016. According to the American Vaping Association, electronic cigarettes were designed as a replacement for cigarettes. They have the same purpose, to deliver inhaled nicotine, but do it in a completely different way. According to multiple sources, including a researcher at Johns Hopkins Medicine, there are concerns about the unknowns of vaping, including what chemicals make up the vapors and the potential negative long-term health effects. With this said, let's look further into the existing and potential adverse health effects of vaping. Researchers and health advocates were optimistic when vaping devices first entered the market. However, as time has passed, there is now growing evidence indicating that vaping products' risks outweigh any benefits the products may have. Richter, what is vaping? The primary health concern is that these products contain nicotine, and nicotine in itself has proven to be a direct link to cancer. Besides nicotine, vaping products also contain harsh chemicals and toxins that are not fully understood yet. Health risks of vaping include nicotine addiction, mouth and throat irritation, coughing and wheezing, worsening asthma, chest pain, raised blood pressure, raised heart rate, upset stomach, and nausea. Researchers do know that e-cigarette vapor contains toxic chemicals like those found in glue and paint. What's less clear is if the amounts are high enough to cause diseases like cancer. Experts say it could take 20 years to know the long-term health effects of vaporizing. Alexander, is vaping safe? It is becoming clear that electronic cigarette and vaping devices may not be the ideal alternative to smoking as previously predicted. Vaping is an alternative to cigarette smoking. However, vaping still has many of the same health risks posed by cigarettes. Even though some of the vapor pods do not contain nicotine, they still contain toxic chemicals that are being inhaled straight to the user's throat and lungs. In Dr. Michael Blaha's article, 5 Truths You Need to Know About Vaping, he states, what's worse is many e-cigarette users get even more nicotine than they would from a tobacco product. You can buy extra strength cartridges which have a higher concentration of nicotine, or you can increase the e-cigarette's voltage to get a greater hit of the substance. Dr. Blaha also raises the concern that although they've been marketed as an aid to help you quit smoking, e-cigarettes have not received Food and Drug Administration approval as smoking cessation devices. A recent study found that most people who intended to use e-cigarettes to kick the nicotine habit ended up continuing to smoke both traditional and e-cigarettes. Blaha, 5 Truths You Need to Know About Vaping. According to Dr. Jason Robinson, professor in behavioral sciences, due to the levels of addictive nicotine in vaping products, vaping could potentially support and increase smoking habits instead of break them. Alexander, is vaping safe? As you can see, the dangerous health risks of vaping are becoming increasingly more evident with each new study conducted. Vaping, juuling, and e-cigarette use has unfortunately and overwhelmingly become a huge trend in our nation and society, and even you as a listener can more than likely count on more than one hand the people you know that vape. The popularity of vaping can be accredited to the misleading marketing tactics and unknowledgeable consumers overlooking health concerns. I have now explained to you what vaping is, stated the health risks of vaping, and compared those risks to cigarette use. After listening to my speech, I hope that you think twice before letting yourself or anyone you know fall victim to the threat of vaping. Thank you.